Hey there, my name is Dina Falconi and I am walking you through the very wild and wacky garden, which is full of early spring to mid-spring blooms. So we've got these gorgeous flowers, both the wild and the cultivated. We have tree flowers and we have bush flowers and we have ground flowers. And the wildflowers that I want to focus on with you today is the violet. I'm going to call it Viola sororia. In fact, I know that its genetics has parts of Viola cucullata in it and Viola papilionaceae in it, but I'm still going to call it Viola sororia. So it's, I know, a genetic mix, but for in your mind, the reality is that all of these can be used quite similarly, and I'm going to speak to them as the sort of category of violet that you can use the way that I'm going to share with you. And it's the celebration of the flower at this very moment. So we are going to focus in. I'm going to help you to see it really closely, so you're going to get some good ID for flower activity, also some biology about the flower. But before we get to that, why do you want to get to know this flower? What's amazing about violet flowers? Well, they are usually extremely abundant in the landscape. I'm not sure if you're able to see, but all around me is a carpet of these amazing violets. And they are a source of high vitamin C, so you have a very high vitamin C food right there. They are a source of bioflavonoids, and what else is that they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, and so you can make your meals look spectacular. So they're in season for about 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks we get to gather these fresh blooms and throw them into our salad and into our dishes of any kind that we want to garnish. What else can you make with violet flowers is you can make a syrup, you can make a vinegar, you can make an oxymel, you can make violet ice cubes so that you freeze them and then you can plop them into drinks. You can candy them too, actually, you know, put some sugar and deal with the candying reality. Not my idea of health food, but quite beautiful. So the violet blossoms, the violet flowers, which I'm stepping on, are the gift that nature provides for us. Let's have you tap into that resource, and I want to show you how to ID it. You can see that these violets vary in color. They can be almost white, and they can become a very deep purple as well. And where are you going to find these flowers? They like to grow in gardens. They like to grow in lawns, at the edges of woods, in rich, moist, but well-drained soil, in hardiness zones 4 to 8. Let's pick some for you and do some close-up ID. And we're going way down here, so we get the whole peduncle, the whole flower stalk. So we'll take that, and let's get a couple of other ones. This one's not fully open, so you can have a look about what that looks like. And also, I'm going to pick a leaf so you get a sense of what the leaf is. The storm is coming. Thankful for the rain, and that means we're going to go inside to show you the close-up ID. The rain is happening outside. Keep on raining. It's a beautiful thing, and we are inside with our collection of blossoms for you to see, plus 3 little emerging violet leaves. So let's give you some ID clues. And these violet leaves emerge now, and they will become much, much bigger. But at this stage, when you see flowers, typically they're quite small, and they are heart-shaped with a pointy tip, heart-shaped, hoping you can see that, and their margin is crenate. But really, we are focusing on the flowers right now. By the way, just to go back to the leaves, though, these are, of course, delicious food, medicinal, edible, very, very worthy. Again, let's go back to the flowers, though. And so here we have violet flowers with these very long peduncles. That's what this is called. This is called a peduncle, a flower stalk, and this is edible. The whole thing is edible. And then we have these 5-petaled flowers, and we are going to go macro with you in a moment, but I just want you to see them. So we have 5-petaled flowers here, and they are irregular flowers. Here's actually a whiter colored flower, you can see that. So they range in color. Here's a deeper purple color, and Okay, all of this, by the way, actually everything on this black cloth is food and is medicine. Let's go into macro view of flower for you. So here we are with our violet flower, and I want you to see the anatomy. You can see on the back here is a spur. And let's open the flower up. Let's open this so you can see what's happening here. And I'm going to use 2 sticks. And here we have 5. I'm going to pull this actually apart. I'm going to take this peduncle off, which can go in the salad. And then we've got the flower, and we have 5 petals. These are the top ones, these are the lateral ones, and this is the lower petal. This is called a bilateral flower, which means if you were to cut it in half right there along the center, it's symmetrical. There's a mirror image, but otherwise this is called a regular flower as well, with bilateral symmetry. And so these petals, I want to show you a cool thing that happens with these laterals. When you pull them apart, or you use some magnification, you can see that they have, see if I can do this. This, I may not pull it apart well for you, so I want you to be able to see inside here, these lateral petals, they have fuzz. So they're super cute, and they've got fuzz. And then this lower petal does not have any fuzz. So that's some detailing of the flower. I want to pull out now and just discuss a little bit about these flowers. Cosmogamous flowers. That's what we got going on right now. That's what we're talking about that you can eat. And what does that mean? Violets have 2 kinds of flowers. These are the cosmogamous flowers, and that means that they are open pollinated and they can receive pollen from another violet and they can produce seed. But typically these do not get pollinated, or very few seeds do. And so these are more of the sterile flowers of the violets. There is another hidden flower that shows up later that most people don't even see, that lives down by the root underneath the leaves. Check for it in summer, and into late summer, early fall, that flower matures, produces fruit, and really is what spreads fertility around for the violet. That flower is called cleistogamous or cleistogamous. So that's a closed fertility pattern versus a cosmogamous, which is an open pollination story. So gamous, we've got the way that the plants fertilize each other, and one is closed, cleistogamous, and one is open, cosmogamous. But these cosmogamous flowers that I've got in front of me don't usually get pollinated, or very few do. So do not have any guilt in eating these flowers. You can eat as many as you want because the fertility actually is spread by the cleistogamous flowers, which are produced in late summer. So check the violet, get out there in summer and watch that hidden flower come to life, and then actually keep your eye on it, watch it fruit up, create a capsule there, and then watch it open, and you'll see all these incredible amount of seeds that are hidden under there. Super cool. And so enjoy the beauty of eating these wildflowers as they are with us in a fleeting moment. And if you've enjoyed this and you'd like more, check out my online course, Wild Food Health Boosters and Herbal Remedies, at wildfoodhealthboosters.com. Flavor profile. We didn't talk about that. What's the violet flavor? The violet flower flavor. It is just a perky, sweet, almost sweet pea flavor. Just a gentle hint of real sweetness. But I'd say it's very neutral and just kind of crisp and fresh. And so, don't forget, you want to eat all those parts. And I've just got a boost of bioflavonoids and vitamin C. Thank you, Violet.